Welcome to Fraser Mac Gaming. I'm Fraser Mac. As part of the eShop summer sale, I recently covered 10 games for under £1. I highlighted some real bargains and just some ridiculous games that I can't believe are on the eShop. If you're looking for a bargain, then check out the link in the top right of the screen and hit that subscribe button. There are loads more great indie and retro style games on discount right now, so I've put together another 5 games for under £5. They're all great games that I've enjoyed or my friends highly recommend. So which games are a bargain, which games are my favourites, and which game is top of my must-have summer sale list? Stay tuned and let's find out. I'll say straight off the bat, all these games are on sale until July 25th, so until midnight on July 24th you can get these for the discounts mentioned in the following sections. So the first game up, it's no surprise, it is a shmup. Shoot 'em up I like to call them, of course. Strenght Binary Stars. It's only £4.61 currently on the eShop, and you actually get a throw-in game of Transcripted for free. You need to go onto the eShop page for Transcripted, but that is another shoot 'em up style game that's actually mashed up with a bit of a match 3. So it's in my other video, so you'll be able to see that there. But Strenght Binary Stars, it's from Plug-in Digital. It's got a Metacritic around now at the moment of around 79, 8.1 from users, and it got a 90 from Nintendo Life, and quite deservedly so. If you like shoot 'em ups, you will love this. This is actually described as the ultimate edition of Strenght Binary Stars. It has some fantastic content. It is essentially a roguelike shoot 'em up based on classic 16-bit side-scrolling shooters. You can play multiplayer, you can play co-op, locally. There's lots of replayability, obviously. The fights, the weapon drops, your upgrades as you progress, they are random. It will look different on each playthrough. It is very challenging. It's basically following that classic 90s style gameplay. It's very fun. I had lots of fun with it. I've not completed it, but I do keep going back to it. It's kind of a casual thing I love to play. But Strenght Binary Stars, fantastic game. It's only £4.61, and like I said before, you get Transcripted thrown in for free from the eShop, so you get 2 games for the price of 1. What more can you ask for? Next up on the list is another retro-inspired game. It is from Cardboard Robot Games, and it's from Chucklefish as well as the publishers. It's Pocket Rumble. It is a fantastic 2D kind of retro pixelated combat fighting game, as you can see. So looking for that lovely 90s kind of arcade style fighting game, classic gameplay. It's a 2-button game, so fairly simplistic controls, but quite difficult to master the short intense combos and really master the different characters. There's around 8 characters. You can play local co-op, you can play on your Joy-Cons, you're playing the Pro controller. Your ranking improves as you progress and win fights. You can do training, you can lots of different online multiplayer. I don't know how good the online is. I've not tried it out too much. I've not been on it recently, obviously. It's been out for a year, so fantastic. It's been a year for the devs. Pocket Rumble, it's only £4.89, so a real bargain and really good game for fans of fighting games. Third game on the list today, and it is from Joy Masher, and I did not try and pick out retro style games, but obviously my tastes tend to drift that way at times, and there is a lot on the Switch. So Undying Unstoppable edition from Joy Masher, and this one was actually published by Digirati. It's only £4.49. Somehow the Metacritic is set at only around 64. I think I enjoyed it far more than that, and I think if you're a retro fan, I think you will enjoy it. Undying, I played it actually fairly recently. I've been waiting on my physical from PlayAsia, but I played it fairly recently digitally because I saw this offer and bought it straight away. It's very much, if you think of Ninja Gaiden swapped with something like a Metroid, and there's some little spins on it and things like that, and a little bit of modern twists, I think that's about the ballpark of where this game is at. It's obviously inspired by some great 8-bit classics. It's got some cool cutscenes. It's got some really cheesy short text that you'd expect from games kind of from the 90s, that kind of 8-bit or almost like 80s NES style. It's got 18 bosses. You can have a boss rush mode. There's 6 difficult missions, so not huge, but I would say it's very challenging. So Undying, great retro style game, and it's available now. And as part of this list being all about bargains, I am breaking the rules a little bit. I will admit I'm actually giving you more than 5 games for under £5. Yep, Image Inform Games have had a massive sale, and I cannot recommend their games enough. The SteamWorld series is just fantastic and loved by all. So SteamWorld Dig, first up, is available for the bargain price of only £2.69. So fantastic game. Obviously did release on previous consoles and 3DS, etc. A number of the SteamWorld games did before they came to Switch. But it's a platform mining adventure game. It's kind of got a lot of obviously Metroidvania influences. The art style's fantastic, as any game by Image Inform is. It looks great. It obviously, lends a lot of details from those retro style kind of platforming games we all used to love and enjoy. But I think Image Inform managed to throw their own twist on things. It's got great story. It has got some randomly generated elements to the mines, which got a little bit of criticism at the time, which I think they improved on with Steam Mode Dig 2, but it's sitting on a 75 and a 7.5 on Metacritic, so really well reviewed game and a lot of fun. The second part of this SteamWorld Fest is SteamWorld Heist Ultimate. It's sitting at £4.49. It's on a 91 on Metacritic, so you're getting a game that reviews like a huge AAA top 10 Switch experience for less than £5. It's obviously users giving it an 8.5. A lot of reviewers, reputable reviewers, are giving it well over 90, giving it 95s. So it is obviously more of a turn-based tactics game as SteamWorld Heist, but it has the same quality, it has fantastic artwork, and it's just got lots of creativity that you'd expect from Image Inform. I'm throwing the rules right under the bus right now, and I'm throwing you more multiple games for under £5. So yes, it's Mutant Mud's collection. It's only £1.09 currently from a 2A. So Jules Watchman's thrown an amazing deal on the eShop right now. You can get 3 games that are part of a collection that are rated at 85, 8.3 and at 90 by Nintendo Life on the eShop for only £1.09. I don't know how I can stress this anymore, but you're getting 3 games for the price of one, and almost, it's not the price of one game. It's ridiculous. So it's shot up the eShop list because obviously the value for money is amazing. But again, like I said, you get 3 games in one. You get Mutant Muds Deluxe, obviously very cool 16-bit sort of 2D platformer. You can go in the front kind of perspective and you can dive into the background. You can also get Mutant Muds Super Challenge, where there's over 40 levels filled with malicious mutant muds. Again, lots of platforming fun to be had. And then obviously if you're a fan of kind of match 3 puzzle game type games, there's Mud Blocks, so it's obviously a Mutant Muds version of a kind of Tetris style game. So there's lots of fun to be had here. A lovely dev, Jules Watcham run company. They've got a wonderful phrase. They appeared on my other list with Zero Drifter, but it's obviously they've got the great catchphrase I always forget, but it is retro roots with modern mojo. So I think that just sums them up perfectly. They do wonderful 8-bit and 16-bit style games, and they also recently announced that as part of the Limited Run Games E3 show, they'll be doing a collection of their games on the 3DS, as a limited run game release. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you enjoyed the list today. Those are games, obviously they all came to a grand total of £22.26. So I'm sure some of those games you've got money rattling around in your eShop account, gold coins, or you've just got a bit of spare change, you fancy something small to pass over to the rest of the month. The sale ends July 25th, so you've only got a day or so left to go. Please jump in, check these games out. There's a host of games on there that are on similar prices, maybe different styles that you prefer. Check them out. It all goes to a great cause with some indie devs, small companies. Please let me know which games you enjoyed. I think obviously my favourite, obviously being a shoot 'em up fan, stared in Binary Stars, but I genuinely love all these games. I think they're a lot of fun. Image Inform are one of my favourite companies, so obviously go and grab as many of them as possible if you've not bought them already. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll see you on the next video.